correction. The president's first priority is figure out a way to diminish that almighty Tea Party power so it won't stand in his way come 2012. Joining me with reaction, former Democratic pollster Pat Goodell, the author of a huge new bestseller, American Individualism. Margaret Hoover is here, both Fox News contributors. All right, before we get to all of this just in from Iowa, President Obama got in a heated debate back and forth with a Tea Party activist demanding to know at a town hall whether or not Vice President Biden had called members of the Tea Party terrorists during the debt ceiling debate. Watch this.
He said we were acting like terrorists.
You do realize that 90% of the domestic terrorist attacks are done by left-wing environmental radicals and not people like me.
When you went to him privately and said, look, your vice president called the Tea Party terrorists, what did he say?
Well, he just denied it. I mean, he said the vice president didn't make any of those assertions, and so if he doesn't want to even admit what was on TV nationally all over the place, then how can you even have a conversation? But then he decided to say, well, we can't have a conversation because you're saying that I called you terrorists. And you know, the fact is, it demonstrates the deep divide.
Now, by all accounts, that statement was made by Biden.
You know what? The double standard that bothers me more than anything, whether he said it or not, is that there was that kind of rhetoric from the entire left of the Democratic Party during the debt ceiling debate, and we waited a year during the healthcare debate, and all they did was point their fingers at the right, saying we were poisoning the environment of our politics. We created, the Republicans, the wingnuts on the right, created the environment that led to Gabby Gifford's shooting. And then they come out and do this on the deficit. They come out and do this, and suddenly they don't hold themselves to the same standard.
And the president himself has used quite incendiary language over the last number of years against conservatives, Republicans, the Tea Party members, Nancy Pelosi. I mean, we've been through racist, terrorists. All these comments have been made. He's never stood up for the Tea Party.
No, well, he's never stood up for any. I mean, it's very disingenuous. It's very Chicago. You know, you go out and you have a hitman hit somebody, and then you say, well, that's terrible. They probably deserved it. You know, I mean, it's like, this is the way they operate. Yeah. I mean, can't you see? It's just very clear. And then you get all these people. Biden, of course, said that they were terrorists. Senators came out and said he said it. They're not lying. This is a mentality that is causing Democrats not to understand how they're alienating parts of their own base.
And they're also living in this, and Harry Reid's comments absolutely epitomize this. They're living in this parallel universe that is totally untethered to reality. The fact that, and the only reason Harry Reid can get away with saying that to his local papers is because he barely walked away by the skin of his teeth with his own election from a Tea Party candidate. But he is the only one who has the luxury of saying the Tea Party is dead, because the reality is the Tea Party just had a massive victory at his expense in Washington.
Everybody is suffering right now politically, but I thought that the attack on the Tea Party, I just thought the attack on the Tea Parties is a political libel in the sense that these are Americans, individuals who are concerned that their country is in decline and going under.
And they happen to be right, factually.
Yes,
I mean,
and the answer is blame the people. They're responsible. They caused the default. Which, all of this attack on the American people is outrageous.
Here's what I don't understand.